Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Welcome to the vlog. It is a hot one today. And I know, I have been absent. Well, the reality of the situation is, I was home for 5 days. Technically home for 4. But I had to get my truck worked on one of the days. So, didn't haul any loads. Spent all day at the yard. Getting some repairs done, get some more lights put on. I'll show you all the picture of what she looks like now. So some of the lights that I added during my last service/repair include those right behind the front bumper. Of course, one on either side, and those shine pretty much straight back. And then these were switched out. These were amber, and I switched them out to red. One of them didn't work, and so that was the obvious reason for, instead of just switching it over to amber, or switching it out for another amber one, to switch it over to red, so that way it shines down right there. And then back here, actually up underneath the catwalk, or the deck plate, you can see I cleaned up a spot, added one there, and then did the same thing right there. And again, both red, shine straight down, and really kind of illuminate this area back here in the back. I still have more to do. I think I'm gonna add one here on the back of the front bumper, or sorry, the back of the rear, the front of the rear bumper. There we go. And so that way that'll kind of shine forward up underneath the drive axles. And then I noticed there's kind of a gap in light between now, you know, the front engine area with the ones that shine down from the rocker panels and the back of the front bumper, and then of course the ones back here underneath the deck plate right under the sleeper area. So I think I'm going to add 2 more, maybe one underneath the cab and one underneath the bunk, or side by side right here in the middle like I did on the previous truck. So yeah, that's the lights that I've added so far. I've got some for the trailer, but I've not had an opportunity to put them on yet. I mean, I know, of course, with all the downtime I've had recently, you'd think that I'd be able to get out here, but I mean, I'll be honest with you, I've been enjoying my time off with my family, and so really been doing that. But I'm thinking of putting some lights underneath kind of the cage where the load heads are. Again, kind of like what was on the orange truck and orange trailer. So these, I think at one point had lights that shined kind of through where it says ACORD, but of course they're gone. There's some axle lights underneath that I did not know were there during the previous or last repair. They went ahead and fixed those up, so those all shine. So yeah, once it gets a little bit darker here, I'll give you all the real good run around of it. But as you can see, the other front bumper light, and then of course this other rocker panel light back here. So yeah, we'll see what it looks like here once it gets a little bit darker. Well, there it is. So you see the front bumper lights kind of shining back, getting the front of the axle. Got the lights on the rockers shining down. Of course, you still have the amber. You got the red underneath the deck plate. And then of course, the trailer as it is with the axle lights facing forward and backward. But again, there's real small strips that are shining down underneath those panels as well. Hard to tell because the other ones kind of drown them out so much, but yeah, still looks good. Still bright and all that good stuff. And see, you can kind of tell, look at the gaps that I have, you know what I mean? So I think lights on the rack around the load heads, one facing forward off the rear bumper will kind of take care of that back area right there. And then I've got this gap right in here, and I think now that I look at it again, I think 2 side by side right here at the front of the sleeper will kind of take care of that middle area. But yeah, that's what she looks like at night. yeah, came out 2 days ago and went and loaded at a place that you all have seen me unload at. I'll put the tag for the video up above for that one. It's there in Fort Gibson. Loaded propane there this time, not unload, loaded. And then went to another place you're probably familiar with. It's kind of a tight backing situation to unload. I'll put that tag up at the top now. Yeah, it's up there in Russellville, Arkansas. And now I thought like it's slow, and when I say slow, I mean like slow. All right, like I heard there was like 11 trucks running today, like not many at all, and so that's slow. When you got like 100 150 trucks, 10 or 11 trucks on the road is ouch. But it's the nature of the time right now. You know, we're coming off of propane, which I'm still hauling propane right now. It's just, it's trickling, right? It is trickling. Came off of butane. And so now, you know, it's just people are taking vacation, whether it's, you know, like they planned it or kind of forced, meaning like, hey, you know, it's slow. I don't have to work. I got the vacation time anyway. Just pay me to sit at home. You know, some people are doing that. So I'm headed right now, just left the refinery here in Tulsa, and I'm delivering in Tulsa. That's right. This is like a 12-mile load. What is in the road? Looks like somebody's shirt. Yep, big load right here. Big load. And then after this, I'll be headed to the house. So, yep, it's slow for me too. You know, slow for everybody. They gotta spread the love. Can't have 1 or 2 or 10 people or whatever soaking it all up. I was off all week and worked this weekend. You know, it's Monday now, and that's about it. It's kind of a wrap for me. I have to take it back to the house and, you know, regroup. See what maybe the rest of the week holds. Worst case scenario, I sit for the rest of the week and work next weekend. You know, that again, that is worst case scenario. I think I'll get over one because I think this lane ends. No, I'm not just sitting in the hammer lane to be a jerk. I literally need to exit in 6 miles, and I was just thinking though, I think this left lane ends up here in a little bit, so this is actually the lane that I'm going to exit from. But yeah, I hope y'all have been doing well. Like I said, you know, sorry for kind of no content for a while. You know, 3 weeks solid on those St. Louis runs. That took a toll, you know, just being away from home that long. Thankfully, you know, my wife came up and kids, and we spent some time in Kansas City on one of those restarts. That really helped everybody, I think. But when I got home, like, I was ready to not see this truck for several days, and didn't, obviously. I wasn't expecting that many days. But out of my control. So like I said, we did a little bit of work this weekend, just a couple of loads, and you know, this kind of wraps it up right here. So this is a place I've never been to. Talked to a coworker, he had never been here either, so I don't know if the people we're hauling for like just secured this, or if this is one of those weird, like, I think I was told like they're really low, like almost out. Heard that before. So you know, I still only loaded like a normal load. I didn't, you know, kind of push the envelope or anything, because I've heard that before, and you get over there and it doesn't fit, and then you got to drag it, you know, somewhere else, and it's hot And so gas is big right now, you know, the vapor and everything, like it's big right now. It's taking up a lot of volume. So, you know, yeah, just better safe than sorry. Never been there. It's hot. Heard that, you know, heard I'm out before I'm out, meaning please hurry, rush and get here. But then really it's like they think it might take a couple days, and yet we just got this load in today and I'm here today. That kind of also tells you kind of how slow it is right now. You know, if you can call a trucking company and they got trucks that can get there that same day, it probably tells you things are just a little slow. Doesn't mean we're bad. Don't even go there. Nope. Don't go there. No. But yeah. All kidding aside. It is 2 days away from my 13th wedding anniversary. Thank you. Yeah, well, you know, thank my wife. She puts up with my nonsense. So check her channel out down below. There's a link down below if you want to check out. You know, I think the way that I describe it, and I think it's like 100% accurate. If you want to see what keeps this whole thing running, watch her channel. She's the person that keeps this entire family running. Simple way to put it, I'm just out here making money. You know, grinding, working. Yeah, it's easier to just say that than obviously the workload. I work hard for sure, but you know, she's the one getting up with the kids every day, making sure they got everything they need, doing whatever they got to do, and then of course tucking them in bed. You know, we do a little FaceTime at night every night to say goodnight, but you know, again, she's the one there every day handling the good, the bad, and the ugly, for sure. You know, the good, the bad, and the ugly. My oldest is the good, my little one is the bad, and I'm the ugly. So there you go. Right 2 lanes closed ahead. All right. Well, good thing is I need this left lane, so we should be in good shape. We're just going to maintain this. Like I said, this lane is what we're going to exit in, so we're good right where we're at. It is like 6:30, so rush hour is just kind of winding down. This is, again, just all backed up from the construction. Otherwise, if this had been like an hour ago, this would be really backed up. But thankfully, it took like, oh gee, I don't know, an hour and 45 minutes to get this load on because it's that hot. So we'll call it, oh gosh, I don't know what you want to call it. Not a double-edged sword, but whatever the figure of speech here is, where it's like, you know, it was bad, but it's kind of good at the same time. Whatever. Leave it down below. Leave it down below. It's too hot for me to be thinking about it. This area that I'm going to, I've like delivered in this area many times whenever I was working for a company doing LTL work, Southeastern Freight Lines. And the route that I had me in this area that I'm going to quite a bit. So I'm very familiar kind of with the, like, I wouldn't call it like industrial park, but it kind of is. It's like a commercial / industrial area. It's just a bunch of warehouses. Just a bunch of warehouses. And I mean, according to, you know, the map, like, there's not even a tank here. So I'm just kind of going in blind here. Honestly, like, again, I don't know which way is uphill, downhill. I know there's a gate and there's a code, but like, that's kind of like all I really know. I don't know which side I'm going to unload off of. I don't know if I'm going to be able to turn around in here. I don't know if I'm going to pull in or back in. Like, I got nothing. You guys are literally experiencing this for the first time with me. So enjoy, strap in. timing on this light. And there should be another light right here. And then a right turn. I think we'll go ahead and hit this right turn. There's like two options. There's a street here, and 2 blocks further there's another street. This is a nice wide entrance, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit it now, especially with traffic being light. Like, we just need to take advantage of what we got sometimes. Okay. Now we're just gonna kind of take our time here. Yeah, like I've unloaded at that place, loaded and unloaded. Again, LTL is like less than truckload, and so you're constantly bumping docks all day. You're basically a UPS driver or FedEx driver, like a delivery driver, if you will, with a semi truck. That's what you are. Oh, I do not have a stop sign, so. Yep, I've been to all of these tight places right here. With an 18, it wasn't an 18-wheeler, it was a single screw truck, so what's that, -4, so a 14-wheeler. Truck that'll turn on a dime, but still had a 53-foot dry van trailer, so you were still having to work for it for sure. Okay, about a quarter of a mile up here on the left. I think I'm just going to park along the street here. I'm going to get this thing all opened up and walk it, and we'll kind of figure it out here. I've been here a bunch where that ACT trailer is. Oh, there's UPS doing their thing. Okay, gate is locked. There's our tank. You cannot turn around in there. So I'm gonna turn the flashers on right here. I'm gonna get this gate opened up. My only concern is if I open up this gate and then it shuts, how am I gonna get out? And it kind of looks like it's going uphill. I'm almost wondering if I should just side back this thing and then unload off the left-hand side. You know what? I'm going to walk up to the gate and figure that out real quick. I think that's probably the best bet. This is definitely gonna be a one in, one out deal. Looks like there's a couple people still here working, doors open. See, and you cannot turn around. So once you're in, and it is definitely kind of grading uphill. And just kind of walk up on this hill here. Get a look-see. I mean, it's grading up, and I think that's the bulkhead right there on the left. Yeah, I'm gonna unload off the left-hand side, so we're gonna side back this thing, and that'll be the best case scenario for us, honestly, because I can pull up, side it, unload off the left, and then out the door we go whenever we're done. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, we're gonna back up just a little bit. So I can work my way over there, kind of at an angle, and side back this dude. If this was a closed tandem trailer, I probably would have just worked my way over there, but with it being a spread, you just have no idea which axle is gonna grab and which axle is gonna pivot. Sometimes the rear axle pivots, sometimes the front axle is the one that pivots, so it's kind of a guessing game sometimes, unfortunately. Even though I flip that switch to kind of take some of the weight off that rear axle, you'd think that it would pivot more on the front axle, but that is not always the case.
Got to make sure I stay off that right side curb. Come on, get under it, baby, get under it. Go ahead and drop that axle back down. All right, see, it kept catching and going straight. So we're gonna get a slight pull up so we can square up. Okay. I'll get just a little closer. And then I'll open that gate. Okay. Gate's open. That person with that telehandler, I think they went back inside the building, which is good because I didn't want to block them in. There's Dusty. Roll this window up just a little bit here. Now that we're inside, it's not so bad. Sorry if that air is blowing right on the microphone of the camera. Like I said, it's hotter than crap, so. So far, so good. I like that there's like actually plenty of room in here. That's nice. Looks like it's their hoses too. So we're just gonna kind of continue to back up so I can get straightened up here. Those hoses are like plenty long too. So to be fine. Get my boots on and we'll get this show started.
A few moments later.
Okie dokie. This load is a wrap. I don't know what these people do. Actually, I looked it up. It's like they turn food waste byproducts into energy or something, renew it somehow. It smells like crap here. That's all I can tell you. It smells bad. It smells like a dumpster. Anyway, got all unloaded. It's time to go to the house. So I think with that, we'll wrap this one up. Really appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much, of course, for liking the video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Thank you to the members of the TramJam fam. And yeah, until next time, y'all keep it between the mayonnaise and the mustard. Take care.